Yeah. Ow! Yeah. Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids, and for their kids, it's kids. That's wealth, years and years. Promise my brother, soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big.
Hi, think big, dream big, be big. I'm always talking about how do you build dreams and do things amazing. So look, I told you I was going to be telling you about some cool things I'm doing over in Tanzania and Africa, in Kenya, Mombasa, all across the world. We're taking this international. Think big, dream big, be big. It's not a thought process, it's a movement. And that movement is all about how you think, how you change your mind, how you actually build by dreaming big. But then the last part is, again, being big. But remember this, being big is not about what you obtain in life and how much money you have. It's about success and the impact you have. But the day you end up in for a treat. I want you to meet some people. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, but we're talking about how do you build successful businesses internationally, specifically working in Kenya and Tanzania. Now I said Tanzania because that's where we're going next, but right now we're sitting in Mombasa inside of Kenya, and I'm excited about what we're doing, but also I'm excited about where we're going. So look, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself and say hi.
Hi, I'm Rhoda from Tanzania.
Wow, hi Rhoda.
Hi, how are you?
Hello, I'm Antonia from Kenya. I'm looking into real estate.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Harus. I'm from Kenya, looking into marketing.
Wow, so we're talking about building businesses inside of Kenya. So we talked about a particular business as far as looking at building out. I'm not going to be too specific on the type of business, but I'll be more specific on what the businesses look like and what type of businesses how to actually structure that business. So as we talked a little bit earlier, the key things that we talked about were establishing your product, knowing your customer, knowing your client. What does that look like? So the first step that you got to identify is know your client. What are you trying to sell and who are you trying to sell it to? Figure out how to identify that product so that whatever you're looking to get into, that product is so crisp and clear that everyone that you're selling to knows that you are the key person for it. We also talked about something that was so key, making sure that you don't dilute your brand. Your brand is the most important thing that you have. And I talked about exclusivity. And when I talk about that, what I meant was making sure that you identify your brand and make sure that your brand is not open to everyone and it's exclusive. Your distributors that you're dealing with have to know that you're exclusive. You have the product that they're looking for, and that product is available to them, but only to them. You're not selling to the masses. I gave you a quick scenario. You don't want to sell one product, you want to sell 100 products. And if you're not able to buy 100 products from me, I want to make sure that my brand is built to sell to distributors at 100 products versus one product. Second, now going back into that also, the second part of it, so now you got who your clients are and what they're looking for. You've done your market research. The second phase of that now is making sure you can get access to getting your product from the source to your ports. Now that's the challenge that we have when we start looking at places like the international, specifically talking about Africa and in these parts, is that you've got to be able to identify how to make that connection and build relationships with your ports. How do you get the product inside the country? So that's the second part of this process and conversations. How do I get my product at the ports, but then get that product from the ports now to my location where I can distribute them to my distributors? The third part of that leg is now having where are you getting your product from? How are you sourcing your actual product? Now that goes back to the key question in the beginning was not just about where you're sourcing it from, but also it's tied to what are you trying to buy? And you've got to make sure you find a contact that has that specific product and can get you access to it and can do it in a way that's actually that allows you to be able to make a profit off of that. So again, we're talking about building businesses in Mombasa and Kenya across the board, and then looking at Tanzania. So tell me, what have you thought about so far what we talked about? I know this is like a brief part of our conversation. the information I've shared with you, has that been impactful? I'll start with you. What have you learned from our conversation earlier in going deep into how to build a business in Kenya? How has that helped you?
It helps me to know that I need to be authentic with the products that I want to distribute and be exclusive specifically, and I've learned that if you think small, you trap yourself in a smaller box.
Wow. Now he said something that was so powerful. He said that if you think small, you've already trapped yourself in a box. That's the key thing I tell everyone. The moment you start thinking small, you've already put yourself in a box to be small. I'm always talking about think big, dream big, and be big. And the word big is how I define it, because once you start to think big, it changes your whole mindset of how you're operating and how you're willing to do business. That's the key. That's the key to everything. Whatever you do not go small, go big. But always understand going big comes with a price and a responsibility. So what about you? What did you learn?
It's something I didn't pay much attention to, but how to be exclusive with your brand. Well, it's really important, and I see where you're coming from. I have to be able to honor my brand and not just let anyone come in. I have to handpick the people who I associate myself with, so that I can also sell my energy and so that I can also gain.
Wow. So guys, that was just amazing. I couldn't have said it no better. You got a marketing major business woman building up in Mombasa right now. She's sitting right here. She will be a legend in these areas by the simple fact that she's willing to preserve her energy and make sure that she's protecting her brand and being exclusive about who she wants to deal with. Because once you know your customer and you have a product, you have to honor your brand and make sure that you're protecting that brand by dealing with the people who have integrity. They're going to help build your business and not dilute your business. So that's look, I'm excited where she's going. These two already are amazing, but I want you to meet the last person. So tell me, and I know we spoke a little fast, so I'll say this. When you're dealing with when you're dealing internationally, you have to also understand that there are language barriers. And the way you do business has to change based upon who you're dealing with and how you're communicating. So in Kenya, one of the languages, just one because it's multiple, is Swahili, correct? You speak Swahili?
Yes, I speak Swahili.
So in talking to me, from an English standpoint, sometimes you have to speak a lot slower, and that's okay, because because you have an advantage that you don't know.
Yeah.
Your advantage is you can deal business with the local population, and you can also do business with the international population.
I know.
One, because you speak English, but then also you speak Swahili.
Yes.
See, at this point, I can only deal on the international level. I can't deal with the local level.
Yeah.
So that's why it's so important to not only protect your heritage, protect your product, protect your brand, and know your clients. So you are an essential key, and never allow anyone to make you feel less because your English isn't as good. That is a plus for you, because you can learn English. They may not know how to learn fast enough Swahili to do business with you. That's your key. So what else? What have you learned? And you can speak it in Swahili if you want to, because my audience is also Swahili. Gonna be Swahili too. So look, it's okay if you may not speak proper English.
In Swahili naweza kusema nimepata kitu kutoka kwa Chris juu nimetaka kufungua business kwa grade ya chini kidogo, lakini amenifungua brain yangu kwa naweza kufanya kwa juu. So kuna vitu nimechukua vingi kutoka kwa Chris. I'm thankful.
Look, I got some of that. But here's the key thing. We're doing business. We're actually building the mindset to change and drive businesses. She spoke in Swahili, and I'm gonna tell you, what she spoke about wasn't just for me, it was for you. Because the day we're changing lives, we're building dreams by using think big, dream big, be big. It's just a conversation that will lead into a game changer that will create legacy. Because we're not talking just about small ideas and concepts. We're talking about things that we're gonna put into action and build on. Again, know your product, know your brand, and build relationships to make the connection. Think big, dream big, be big. We're doing it right here internationally in Mombasa and in Kenya and take it to Tanzania next. So if you haven't heard about it, below the link, down in the middle of the video, look below, you'll see a link. I'm going to give her a free ebook. I said free. How you say Swahili? Free in Swahili? How do you say it?
Bure.
Bure. I'm giving away a free bure, a ebook bure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll teach you Swahili also.
All right, see, look, that's a relationship right there. Go teach me Swahili. So I want to give away a free ebook. If you tune in down below, you'll get a copy of a free ebook. It's all about mindset. And stay tuned. Follow me at the Christopher Dennis on Instagram and all the other platforms. But again, building businesses in Kenya, trying to change minds, but also building legacy. And again, I also want to point out, this is a beautiful family, and that's what we're all about. So we're going to change and drive and build businesses through family, creating that legacy. I'm so excited about it. Look, stay tuned. Follow me. Monday I got a class. I hope you're there. If you aren't, sorry. Think big, dream big, be big. I'm out.